Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Monster Gens review video. Today we have the monster Butchekart, which I'm going to be doing a full review from level 1 to 150 rank 5. I'll show you guys the best skills, the best rune setup, and everything you need to know about this new monster. I hope you guys are excited. If you are, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe. Anyways, we're going to get started. Alrighty guys, let's take a look at this. We have not only Butchekart, but also I'm going to be doing a review on Batty very soon. Batty Chrisman. So I wanted to start off with this first. He does remind me of one of the previous monsters that exists in this game. Honestly, I don't really remember his name too well, but he looks very similar to that monster. If you guys know who I'm talking about, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. But I'm sure you guys know who I'm talking about. You know who it is. But I'm gonna go ahead and get into straight up just rank this monster up. We have enough cells to basically rank the monster, and the gems to speed things up, and also to feed the monster. Huge thanks to Social Point. Social Point was kind enough to give me all the cells, resources, and everything you guys will be seeing in this private account. Everything was given to me by them, so huge thanks to them. I really do appreciate it. But here we have a rank 4, and then finally, guys, rank 5 to break things off. Now, one thing I did notice about this monster, which I'm going to get into in a second. Before we do that, there's going to be a QR code on the screen if you're playing on a computer. You can go ahead and scan that. It's just an easier access. And if you're playing on a mobile device, there's going to be a link in the description down below, all the way on top. But one thing I did notice is his trait. Not the greatest, to be honest. And you guys know, I'll be honest with you guys, if, you know, something specific about a monster that I don't like, I'll point it out. But if something I do like, for example, the newest ancestral monster, which in my opinion is crazy, of course I also point that out. So yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the traits. We're going to review it in a second, but the status area nightmares, I'm not a fan of that, no matter what monster has it. But anyways, guys, here we go. 150. It is all fed up. So this monster has 64,144 strength, 1.966 million life, and 33,904 speed. Wow, I've got to say, that speed is really good. 33,904. That's almost 34k, man. This monster has some great speed. Super fast. I do like that. But getting into the traits, so, oh, okay, so it's not just one. You literally, okay, you kind of upgrade. So you go from hardened to tough, and then at rank 3, you keep the tough. It doesn't go to bulwark or anything, but you remain, you kind of keep the tough, which is 35% less accuracy against, you know, the target, but also area nightmare status caster. But his element, he has double element. You have legendary and of course dark. You're gonna look at the skills here. So we have the tank skill, which is a low special damage to all enemies, applies a random torture, and applies random negative effects to all enemies. Honestly, I would run it. Yeah, why not? I mean, it's also nice if you pair this monster up with anybody, like one of the ancestral monsters that benefits either from tortures or from negative effects being applied. Let's take a look to see what else we have here. We have a low dark damage. Obviously doesn't deal the craziest amount of damage, but you get nightmares and extortion. Whoa, okay, what the heck? What? So it deals 15% of dark damage each turn, steals 100% of the damage dealt. Oh, okay, I'm pretty sure that existed before. No, I feel like I've seen it on one of the monsters before. So deals low special damage to all enemies, applies 2 random negative status effects to all enemies. Oh, okay. What else we have here? Moderate dark damage to one enemy, applies nightmares, extortion, and random torture to one enemy. Oof, okay, this monster with its random tortures and extortions, man. Random negative status effects to all enemies if you want to run that. There's also random tortures, low social damage to all enemies. Majority of this monster's skills are low cooldown from what I've noticed. The only 2 that are high, I would say, would be these 2, obviously, with its stamina cost. But these remaining ones that we have here are all like 0 to 1 to 2 cooldowns, which is actually not too bad if you are going to run any of these. Monster Town Raid, which is a heavy dark damage to all enemies, applies Mega Stun, Toxins, and Nanovirus to all enemies. That's actually a pretty good ultimate. I like that. Wow, okay. The relics are kind of nasty on this monster. Now for the relics, there's a lot of options, but I would do like Volcanic Trap, Adelash Trap, Underworld Trap, Slumster Trap, things like that, you know what I mean? What I do like about the Underworld Trap and a few other ones, like there's one that gives you Toxins, which is really good. So I feel like the Toxins one's really good, but this one comes with a random torture. You remove stamina as well. That's a thing that's kind of nasty about that. And nasty in a good way, you know what I mean? I know some of you guys are gonna be like, what the heck? Like, what do you mean nasty? Like nasty being good. Like this is actually really good. The fact that you can just spam freaking torture like Toxins, which is deadly, that's crazy. Unfortunately, I still don't have the Adelash Trap, but it's okay. What I'm going to do a Slumster Trap so I can regenerate stamina whenever this monster needs. And on top of that, I'm gonna do a underworld trap so we can hit him with a random torture and also remove stamina. That's why I said this monster's relic slots are actually really good. Also, once you obtain this monster and you have all these other ones, you're gonna be getting a lot of resources. So especially if you basically have this monster and all the other ones ranked up, because you're gonna get a crazy amount of rewards. Look at this. I'm just gonna start opening these chests out. There's 84 of them, man. Holy cap. So these are all the rune ones that we just got, and then this one is all the relics we just got. We got 1 diamond out of that, and I think that looked like a ball stars mask. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna borrow some runes here. I'm gonna go ahead and remove it out of you. Actually, I wonder if what would be easier, swapping, or actually I'm just gonna remove just these two, and then we're gonna swap out the remaining cell. Now, what I would recommend for runes for the monster, I would do like speed runes or team speed, either speed or team speed. In a second, I'll show you guys what I mean. So like, here's the thing, you can literally run either speed runes fully, so like you could just do a full speed like this. What's cool about this is that there's 2 monsters I'm actually going to be pairing it up with, which are going to be great allies with this monster, and I'm sure you guys will actually like that. But if you run full speed, you literally won't be bothered because they'll still take the turn over you because they're ancestral monsters. So I'm sure a lot of you guys can already guess who those 2 ancestrals are, but we're going to reveal it in a bit. But yeah, you could do a full speed, or you can actually mix it up and do a full team speed like this. You can even do like a mix up of like speed and team speed. So like you could do 2 speed with 1 team speed, or you could literally do 2 team speed with 1 speed. You get the idea though. All right, so this is the team I'm actually pairing it up with, guys. Take a look at this. We have Florian, we have Dame, and then also this monster here, 69-1, 69-5. Oh wow, he's actually faster than Florian. Are you kidding me, dude? A mythic monster being faster than ancestral. That's actually insane. 69-1, 69-5. That's what I'm saying. This monster's speed is actually something else. Like, that actually surprises me. I might actually have to cut this down. We're gonna do 2 speed in this point. What you could also do, if you don't want to kind of like drop it down that much, you can actually do a level 9 speed rune instead of the 10, or vice versa. If you want to put all 14s, if you're a big baller, then you can do like 13 instead of the 14, if that makes sense, or whatever else the case may be. But basically what's cool about this is that the debuffs actually help awaken these guys in ancestral monsters, like they're awakening. One has the debuffs, the other one has tortures. So I'll show you guys in a second what I mean. So this is the debuff, like for example, total blind AoE, just like that. That gives her a +3. If we do like a AoE, torture, for example, AoE toxins, that should be helping. Yeah, take a look at that. Since 2 of them landed, technically that's a +2. That also helps this monster with a debuff. And then what you could do here, you could do tortures, obviously, extortions. Or you can actually do this one. This is a random torture and negative status effect as well, so it helps both of them out. Take a look at this. So if we do this AoE skill, they're all gonna get a pluses, right? So +3. Did I not stack up any torture on that monster? Is that what the heck? Okay, maybe I didn't land any tortures, but this monster would have gotten some. So yeah, enemy tortures at the end of their turn. So yeah, I don't know, I should have kicked in. We're gonna do evasion block, this will also help towards the awakening. Just like that, a +2, and we just got the awakening super fast. If it was her alone, it would have probably taken her another turn. So thankfully, with the help of this monster, we were actually able to do it a lot faster. So now I have my awakening, and I can disable trade, I can remove positive status effects, and basically hit him pretty hard there. This monster still has a 2 out of 7. Sumpter trap just kicked in, as you guys can see, so that's a good thing. You could do the 2 random negative status effect, that also helps from that, or towards that monster. You could do the AoE nightmares and extortion, and this should actually help towards the awakening for this monster right here. I'm not sure why it's not kicking in. So is it at the end of their turn? So maybe we have to give them a turn, possibly. Is that what's going on? Well, too late. He got his awakening. So, or I don't know. Enemy sorcerers at the end of their turn. It says at the end of their turn. At the end of their what? Enemy sorcerers. Oh my gosh. Earlier when I applied it, it literally counted like super fast. I don't know. That's weird. I'm not sure why it wasn't working earlier though. When I did this, you know what I mean? It didn't count as like a +2 for him or whatever. That's weird. I'm gonna do, of course, once you awaken it, you can go ahead and go crazy, apply the death countdown, hit him with confusion and everything. She just got a +6. That's insane. And we're going to do 2 random negative status effects, and that should also help awaken her. There we go. She just got awakened twice, ladies and gentlemen. And there we go, trade disabled. I'm going to test this one more time. Look at this. If we apply the freaking torture here, will that... Okay, it didn't kick in for him. Oh, it did. Look at that, +3. That's so weird then. Because when I did it with the Butchekart, I don't know why it wouldn't, you know, kind of kick in the way I thought it would. Anyways, what I like about this specific skill right here, you might not think of it as much. Like, yeah, you're like, oh, nightmares, extortion, random soldier, that's pretty good. Well, to make it even better, look at the stamina cost and the cooldown. You guys probably can't see it because of my face cam, but it's 36 stamina cost and 1 cooldown. That is pretty good for that like single target skill. So honestly, I'd probably give this monster its credits. The only downside is the traits, honestly. That's what I'm not the biggest fan of, but you can definitely pair it up with those 2 monsters and win some battles for sure. It is part of the mechanical book, and I saw another book there as well for Seymour's if you want to invest in it. Is it a must-have monster? But can he be useful? Yeah, he could definitely be useful if you pair it up with the right monsters. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this monster. And yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. Again, huge thanks to Social Point for sponsoring another video. Huge thanks to them. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next one. Peace out.